Eric Muathe with another Rethink video. Pre-market here, we're looking at a stock that is up 35% for the pre-morning action, even before the market opens. Just want to take a look at the stock and look at the chart to see how the chart looked like as of yesterday's trading, so we can again reinforce some of the things that we've been learning about what moves the stock. So if we go to the current chart before reflecting this pre-morning move, you can see that what's interesting is the stock was already trading above 69.10, which is a sign of strength. And we already see that the stock had already moved to 3-year highs about 2 months ago here. So 3-year highs already been met. And we take a look at the MACDs and we see that the MACDs were already trading at 3-year highs. So the minimum requirements had already been met a couple months before the stock actually blasted out this morning, up about 33%. So we see that the minimum requirements have been met. Now if we go to the chart here that shows the move pre-market, you can see for the month it's up 40% there. And you can see what's interesting from this chart is we can again reinforce some of the things we look at. You can see the stock has had a couple breakouts and nice runs. He had a breakout there. Now this run comes from the stock making a 3-year high there. Very simple. That was in 2010. At the same time, we see that the MACD was also making all-time highs. That's why it moved in 2010. All-time high there in the MACD there. So that's why it was moving in 2010. And you can see as of right now, the reason why it's doing so well is because the RSI is trading at all-time highs. And this is what happens when you can find a stock moving to all-time highs on the RSI. You are bound to get such nice moves. Sometimes they don't take place in one night or overnight. Sometimes it's going to take a couple weeks. But if you can find a stock making an all-time high on the RSI and also an all-time high on the MACDs, then you have a chance of owning the most powerful stocks in the market. So again, we see here that it took the stock moving above 69.10. As we know, that moves stocks. And also we see that it moved to an all-time high on the monthly RSI, which is saying that it is the most powerful it's ever been. I want to share with you one more little bit of information from the chart. If we draw the line here showing the support levels on the monthly chart, a very simple line, you can see that once we moved above this support line here, after we went below that, that was a nice entry point here. And also take note of the fact that there was uniform activity here. Take note of the uniform activity below the line, back above it, below the line, back above it, which means that this here is a nice entry point you can rely on, which meant that was a nice entry point there in 09. Also, you see that here the stock would come and make a lower low on the monthly price, but we made a higher high and yet we held the support line. So the support line held here and we also made a higher high. It was uniform activity just touching the line, which made that reliable. So once you had double support here, that was a nice entry point. So that's how you do it. And also you can see that stocks move when they move out and break out of a range. So there was breakout there. Let me draw that a different way. So if you want to find an entry price in a stock or an entry level, just draw a line like that, and once it breaks out above a declining RSI line, you get another entry point there. You draw another line down the road there. There was a breakout above the declining RSI line there, so you get in there. So we see multiple levels of information on how you can use the RSI and the MACDs in deciding when to go long any stock. Eric Muathe, good luck, peace, and blessings. Woo!